been tracking you for hours. Luckily, Casca never forgets a scent. Sai-Sahan needs you back at the Dragonguard Sanctum. Something about a letter and a new threat to Palatine. Sai-Sahan received a letter from the High Chancellor, the great Imperial battle mage Abner Tharn. According to Sai, the letter indicates you all need to meet as soon as possible. All Sai would say was that Abner Tharn mentioned a threat to Southern Elsewhere. I could tell the letter troubled him, which makes me downright terrified. Will you go and meet with them? I hated leaving Sai-Sahan alone with Nafalar, especially in the mood he was in. Get to the Dragonguard Sanctum as soon as you can. Oh, and it's good to see you again. Zaji and Casca feel the same, even if they won't admit it. Not a bad mood, not exactly. It just seemed to me that whatever was in that letter from Abner Tharn made him uneasy. Nafalar was also acting strangely. I'm worried that something terrible is about to happen. Rebuilding an order takes time. The Sanctum is coming along, but Sai wants to get more chapters established as soon as possible. The dragons remain a threat, one too large for a single group to deal with. Nafalar paced around like an anxious Senshrod awaiting the approach of a summer storm. I think he senses the coming of whatever threat Abner Tharn uncovered. You'll see for yourself when you return to the Dragonguard Sanctum.
Dragonguard, come here. Need your beating skills.
That scent on the air. The mask bearer approaches.
Good. Now we're just waiting for him. Just in time, my friend. When my old companion arrives, I'd prefer to have someone I trust at my side. Abner Tharn. According to his letter, the two of you worked together after the Prophet incident. He even praised you. I know, it surprised me too. The old snake also said he's bringing a friend, that we have important business to discuss. I know as much as you do. He just mentioned a threat to Southern Elsewhere. Between Tharn's cryptic letter and Nathalar's strange mood, I'm feeling uneasy myself. Talk to the dragon. Find out what troubles him while I wait for Tharn. I appreciate you dealing with Nathalar. The dragon senses my unease over Tharn's letter, which only makes his own anxiety more. I need to keep myself from thrashing the old battle mage the moment I see him. Abner Tharn is conceited, opinionated, condescending, and a pain in my arse. And those are his good qualities. All that said, I have the utmost respect for the battle mage. When danger appears, we could do worse than to have Abner on our side. Paces, he grumbles. He refuses to speak except in riddles. And he's only gotten worse since Tharn's letter arrived and my own mood soured. We both know something terrible gathers strength in the wilderness. We just don't. I'm beginning to sense that. I told him about Nathalar and the Dragonguard. While he still punctuates every sentence with an insult, he seems genuinely concerned. That's different from the man we once adventured with.
The bearded one speaks as though I am not perched within striking distance and can hear every syllable he utters. I might find his hubris amusing in a different light, but the light that remains fades as darkness comes. A riddle to those hindered by limited perspectives. A profound truth to one such as I. Something ancient, unclear. I sense a darkness. Perhaps an absence of light. It sets my scales on edge. My feeling is my own. It grew from a tickle behind my broken horn when the fool of a battle mage opened the halls of Colossus. Now it swirls like a black storm around me. Quite unpleasant. Perhaps the new arrivals can shed clarity on what is to come.
A portal? Here? See what you can make of it.
Oh, Tarn, how do you stand it? My head pounds like an orc drum.
You get used to it. And that was your best one yet.
Abner Tharn. You arrogant, vexatious son of a bleary-eyed...
Save your posturing, Sai. I missed you too, but we have a bigger problem to deal with.
Five Claw. My head spins from the efforts that took. Cadwell made it look so easy. By the moons, though, my heart sings at the sight of you, my friend. I did. Cadwell acquired power over portals after attuning at the Shadowdance Temple. Tarn suggested I might have the same ability, and he has been helping me. Just between us, he is not the most patient teacher. Lord Gareshri has my kingdom well in hand. We continue to clean up the mess left by the usurper queen, and there are still stray dragons to deal with. But Tarn convinced me that I was needed here. Working with a dragon, what an odd sensation. So Tarn has told me. He has been exchanging letters with Sai Sahan for some time. Do not expect me to turn my back on the creature, but I will respect this alliance. Mons, this must be what a mouse feels like in the presence of a purring Alfiq. I traveled to Southern Elsewhere not just to finish this business with the dragons. The Khajiit of Palatine have been on their own for too long. The time has come to welcome them back into the Confederacy. The Elsewhere Confederacy. An alliance between Anequina and Palatine. The various political upheavals and the Nahatan flu have left the Confederacy in shambles. I plan to rectify that. Gareshri insisted I bring an armed escort. He worries so. Marching down from Rimmon, I suppose. Tarn was in a hurry, so he had me practice my portal making. Zamarak and the others will catch up to us, eventually.
I see that my instructions were followed to the letter. The champion of Aquina, Sai Sahan, and the dragon Nafala are together in the same place, and I have brought Chimera. We have much to discuss. It concerns Calgrontied. Calgrontied absorbed a good deal of the Core's power before we stopped him. I hoped he was lost in the void after we dislodged him, but like us, he made his way back to Tamriel. I've been hunting for him ever since. Not just that. I pieced together his ultimate plan. Calgrontied boasted he would become the equal of Akatosh, and your dealings with Ludvolon and the cult of the New Moon suggest they were preparing for an ascension. Isn't it obvious? Calgrontied plans to become a god. There's an island off the coast, Dragonhold. In the Kunzari legends, it was the dragon's seat of power. I can't open a portal to it, I can't even scry it. It's protected by potent magic. You face the cult of the New Moon? The cultists revere Calgrontied. They must have a method for getting to and from the island. I assume their base at the New Moon Fortress holds the answers we seek.
Strange green stone. Does that sound like what you're looking for, Tharn?
Indeed. Since I read about it in your reports, I've wanted to examine it. Chimera, can you...
No more portals, Tarn. Not right now. I have duties other than conveying you around, you know.
Oh, very well. Sai, let's talk. We'll meet our friend at the fortress.
I wouldn't have seen this without you.
To rest, old man. Don't pretend otherwise.
If you insist.
I expected the New Moon cultists to disperse after the death of Latvulan. I suppose Calgrontied has other ideas. We need to determine how the cultists reached the Dragon's protected island. But according to Tharn, the cult operates both here and on the island. They must have a way to get from here to there. The stockpile of Aeon Stone and this amphitheater are as good a place to start our search as any. That entrance has most likely been sealed in response to what you and she accomplished here. A structure as ancient as this must have other entrances, though. Let's find one and make our way to the amphitheater. Tharn will be fine. He just needs to catch his breath. Which means I get a few blissful moments without listening to his scathing observations. Now let's move quickly. Calgrontied must be dealt with before he can complete his ascension. The fortress is built atop the cliffside, and the river runs along its base. There must be another way into the fortress along the river. I can feel it in my beard. We need to find another way in. Let's follow the river.
track. Think they got what it takes?
Cross here.
You found a way inside, and without my help. Good. You never cease to surprise me, Si.
What now, old man?
In the past, I considered you nothing more than Varen's muscle, but here you are, leading a new generation of Dragonguard.
Your point, Tharn?
Just contemplating how some people adapt to change.
Some seek change, others have it forced upon them.
Wisdom from an empty well here in the belly of our enemy. Let's stick to the matter at hand, shall we?
Through the portal, fleas. There is work to do on my
Calgronti, here. We must find him. Calgronti!
shall be the first to behold the rise of the Dark Aeon.
Portal just closed. Tharn, can you open it?
Perhaps, but not by myself. Champion, let's talk. I know Sai was hoping for a confrontation, but I doubt we could have survived an encounter with Calgrontiid. He looked even more powerful than when we saw him at Jode's core. Now, about that portal. This array of stones forms the portal's focal point. That's Aeon Stone, mined from sites throughout southern Elsewhere. I did a little research after receiving Sai's report. We need to energize the stones to activate the portal to Dragonhold. Aeon Stone has no intrinsic power. It amplifies whatever energy it absorbs. That's the key to activating the portal. If you step close to the stones, I'll siphon a bit of your vitality into them. That should provide power enough to open the portal. As I said, I did some research. Approach each Aeon Stone and I'll siphon a little of your vitality into them. That should provide the energy I need to activate the portal to Dragonhold.
Blood magic.
You think so? My knowledge is infinitesimal and it irks me. The stone exists only in southern Elsewhere. It absorbs and amplifies energy using a process I can utilize but don't fully understand. The cultists certainly accumulated a lot of it, though. You take great pleasure in forcing me to admit to gaps in my knowledge, don't you? Point taken. Calgrontiid absorbed a significant amount of energy from Jode's core. With all the stone he had the cultists send to the island, I assume its unique properties factor into his plans in some fashion. The Aeon Stones hum with energy. That should allow me to open the portal to Dragonhold. This is harder than I thought. It's open. Our way to the island. Sai, go. Prepare the Dragonguard.
Go? You can barely stand, old man.
Don't argue with me. Calgrontide's plan's near completion, and it will take all of us to stop him. Go!
Damn you, Thorn. I'll leave, but you better not die before I return.
I remember when spells such as this took barely any effort. While Sai rallies the Dragonguard, our job will be to reach the island and find a way to lower its defenses. Then we can take on Calgrontide with our full contingent. We're going to the ancient seat of Calgrontide's power to face a dragon that not only possesses the might of Jode's core, but the amplifying abilities of the Aeon Stone. I imagine we'll need to be ready for anything. Your concern is touching, but I'd prefer you save it for someone of lesser stature. Now, as we leap into the maw of near certain death, we have one advantage. Calgrontide doesn't consider us a threat. Let's show him the error of his ways. It appears that the portal deposited us inside an ancient structure. I assume we're somewhere beneath the island of Dragonhold. The architecture reminds me of both the halls of Colossus and the barrows of Skyrim. Interesting. That's an approximate translation of the Ta'agra text, from the secret histories of the Moonsingers. Calgrontide reigned from here before Kunzari imprisoned him in the halls of Colossus. Some sort of powerful magic isolates this island. An Aegis. We need to find the source of the Aegis and destroy it so Nathalar and the Dragonguard can join us. We'll never stop Calgrontide without them. Everything I learned about Calgrontide came from a few oblique references in the Khajiit myths. Let's see if we can find anything to add to our knowledge while we search for a way to dispel the Aegis. An Aegis is a defensive spell. While the magic used in the Matrix surrounding Dragonhold is unknown to me, it bears some resemblance to spells I've cast in the past. I assume the Aeon Stones serve as a key component in the process, whatever it is. That supposition was simply an educated guess. But yes, I believe that by channeling the energy from Jode's core through this strange Aeon Stone, Calgrontide can achieve an unprecedented level of power. Will that equal godhood? Who can say? I don't like the way this island is shaking. Let's not linger in these caves. It feels like the ceiling might collapse at any moment. Tapestry. Give me a moment to study it.
Reminds me of that Shoe Body Shoe video. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I don't even remember how it goes. Shoe Body Shoe.
Obviously of Khajiit origin. Old. Maybe as ancient as these ruins. Perhaps older. I think this depicts one of the forbidden legends. Oh, I can think of any number of reasons for a culture to declare a myth or legend forbidden. though most involve topics too disruptive or dangerous to discuss openly. This particular tale deals with the rise of the new moon. Indeed, anything that hints at changing the status quo poses a danger to those in charge. See the number of moons? The Khajiit acknowledge multiple moons, but they rarely depict any besides Joan and Jode. The third moon is larger than both of them. The figures at the bottom. Those must represent the new moon cultists. And see the Aeon Stone, emanating energy that gives rise to the third moon? Yes, I'm certain. This depicts the legend of the Dark Aeon. I came across another one of the secret Moonsinger myths during my research. It predicts the coming of a powerful new moon, the Dark Aeon. I think Calgrontiid seeks to make this ancient prognostication a reality. Now, let's find the Aegis. The dragon, but it's not Calgrontiid.
Continue to feed the ritual sites. Calgrontiid demands a throne in the sky. We must accomplish this or perish.
A throne in the sky? Forget the source of the island's defenses. We need to destroy these ritual sites.
Time to knock some heads.
Stand back. Let me try. I may regret this later, but I'm going to borrow some of this energy. Let's return to the central chamber and get our bearings.
God, Amar.
So much power.
Need that statue in the house.
That drove it off. Now, to find the source of the Aegis. So much for feeling like my old self again. It took every iota of energy I absorbed from the Aeon Stone, and all I accomplished was to wound the dragon and drive it off. And now, I'm as used up and worthless as an empty water skin. The injured dragon. There's nothing more dangerous, but also totally predictable. It will head to a secure location to mend its wounds. What could be more secure than the source of Dragonhold's defenses? Your observational skills never cease to amaze me. The energy gave me a boost, but it also wreaked havoc with my body. A mortal vessel was never meant to contain such power. Now that it's gone, I'm nearly spent. I'm not sure we stopped the ritual in time. There's a disturbance in the air. Something's about to happen. Come on. Let's find the source of the island's defenses while we still can. The humans and Khajiit could, but not Nafalar. We need that dragon and the bond you share to defeat Calgronteed. As long as the Aegis is in place, Nafalar can't reach Dragonhold. We need to remove it.
Hey, it's your funeral. That's what I'm talking about.
Another tapestry. That's clearly a dragon. This tapestry continues the legend of the Dark Aeon. I suppose it would be more accurate to call it a prophecy. Because the cultists don't believe what we see here happened in the past. They believe the Dark Aeon will arise in the future. The very near future, if Calgronteed has his way. I think the land at the bottom represents this island, Dragonhold. See the vast amounts of Aeon Stone, including the spire at the center? Its energy feeds into the new moon as it rises into the night sky. That's the Dark Aeon. The new moon, the new god that Calgronteed plans to ascend to. But all that energy, that must be the source of Dragonhold's defenses. We have to find this location. We need to hurry and find the wounded dragon. The tremors grow worse with every passing moment, and I fear we're running out of time. We kill it, though I'm hardly fit for another battle. Even so, I doubt we'll be able to deal with the Aegis while the dragon still lives.
Alright, I had to respond to an email. Let's go, dragon. Shit, are you okay, bud?
You cannot stop me. This island will ascend, and I shall become the
Oh.
Trespassers.
It's kind of warning, you're gonna get the butt kicked.
This shouldn't take long. Barely broke a sweat. I think I'm going down. We got this. Was that it?
Huh. Get down here, you turkey.
I may have dealt with the island's defenses, but whatever Calgrontiid is doing is getting stronger. Dragon's bones were up in the sky. A dead end. There's no choice. I'll open a portal to the mainland. Hurry! It will take the last of my remaining strength to hold this loop. Find Chimera and Saisahan. Prepare the Dragonguard to attack. I'll be ready when you return.
Dun, dun, dun.
Soon.
Over here. I told you I sensed Tarn's magic.
Then where is... By the sacred sons of Yokuda? Up in the sky!
How did the Dragon's Island get into the sky? And where is Tarn? The prophecy of the Dark Aeon and the New Moon. I should have seen it sooner. But what of Tarn? Where is he? Then we must return to the Dragonguard Sanctum and rally our forces. Even if Tarn managed to overcome the island's defenses, Reaching an island in the sky could pose a significant problem. I must ponder the possibilities.
Okay, meet you there.
I do not want to imagine Tarn alone on that island. We must gather our forces and get back to him quickly, Five Claw. I fear time is running out for all of us.
The island is floating, Dragon. I saw it with my own eyes.
Calgrantid seeks to fulfill the prophecy. I must keep the lesser dragons from attending him on Dragonhold.
Hey! Ah, there goes our ride.
What do we do now? How are we going to get to Dragonhold?
I could try to open a portal, but without Tarn's guidance, I do not even know how to begin.
A dragon has no sense of propriety, flying off without so much as a buy or leave. Without him or Tharn, we'll need to devise our own method for reaching Dragonhold. But by the Sword of Saints, I have no idea what that might be. And we'll find that way, somehow. For now, rest. Prepare yourself. And take this for your efforts. Remember, you confirmed Calgrantid's plan and removed Dragonhold's protection. We're one step closer to ending this, my friend.
You get a t-shirt.
I refuse to be stymied by a hovering landmass. The floating island could be part of Calgrantid's plan, but it could also mean he wanted privacy for his final push toward ascension. Either way, we need to find a way to get up there. I considered that option, but without a mage of Abner Tharn's abilities and experience, we have no way to activate the Aeon Stones. No, we'll need to come up with a different solution. As far as I know, this is the first time the Dragonguard has faced this particular obstacle. We need to find a way to get up to that island, and we need to do so quickly. Talk to Queen Chimera. Her portal magic may turn out to be our only option. There must be a way to reach Dragonhold.
We'll trade the pig in for a flying lizard. How cool is that? See if he doesn't get on my nerves.
Moons, guide me. What am I to do? No answers appear before my eyes, my friend. I seek a path for us, but find nothing but dead ends. I have one last idea. Moons willing, it will work as it did at Jode's core. The path I walked through the Shadow Dance Temple attuned me to the moons, and to the memories of my ancestor Anequina's sharp tongue. They were so clear when I needed them in northern elsewhere. Now, nothing. Not even a moon gate, yes? I do not think so. Those ancient edifices connect only to specific locations. I do not think one of those would be on Calgrontiid Island. Now that you are here, there is something else I would like to try. Watch over me while I try to access Anequina's memories. She helped Kunzari defeat Calgrontiid in the past. Perhaps her insights will help us today, yes? Maybe she will speak to me, maybe not. If nothing else, I have to try. Anequina, reveal your memories to me. The answer you seek resides in the cavern of the moon's sacred light.
That was... I don't know what that was. Queen Chimera, are you all right?
That was... intense. Anequina did not so much as show me her memories. She spoke through me. And her words, Fiveclaw, they were directed at you. I am as surprised as you are, my friend. But the message I received was clear. You must go to the Moonlit Cove. That is the cavern of the moon's sacred light. I am certain. The answer to our problem waits for you there. No, not this time. I want to search the memories and see if Anequina has more to tell us about Calgrontiid and her adventures with Kunzari. I will confer with Sai Sahan, then have him meet you at the Moonlit Cove. Ghost Cat? Like the spirits that accompanied us through the Shadow Dance Temple? Strange. I did not see this spirit. Are you certain? Then I believe you, my friend. And the vision just confirms my conviction that Anequina's message was meant for you. Now, go to Moonlit Cove and find the answer we seek. Stay a moment, Sai Sahan. We will meet our friend at the Moonlit Cove.
Where to? Stay sharp.
Good. You found the place. Let's talk. Queen Chimera recalled one last thing before I left her side. It took her a moment to understand what the vision was showing her, but she shared that knowledge with me. I know what we're looking for in this place. A door. An ancient door, hidden behind a waterfall. Somewhere to the southwest, she thinks. But we're not alone here. The place is crawling with pirates. Be on your guard. Said, a door hidden behind a waterfall. I'd say placing an ancient corridor and its matching door behind a waterfall counts as hidden. I wonder what's behind it that will help us reach Dragonhold. Not so fast, my eager associate. See that tablet on the wall? It appears that parts of it are missing. I've seen elaborate locks such as this in the past. Not with that aura of magic that surrounds it. I'll wait here and guard the place against those pirates. You go and find the missing pieces of the tablet.
Almost there.
Let's do this again sometime.
goal is near.
Be warned. I fight dirty.
This one knew you could do it.
Your blood will be in the next batch.
Were you successful, my friend? Fragments fit together? What is it? Nequina, Flintfield, Marion. Those names. From the legends Abner goes on and on about. The Khajiiti hero, Kunsari. Khajiiti, their riddles. Could this really be the tomb of Kunsari?
Zar was thinking. Firefly will never decipher the clues. Then, to Zar's surprise, here you are. Zar thought we would meet much sooner, dearest friend. And Nequina always was too clever with her connotations, yes? Still, you are here now, and we have some small span of time to stop the rise of the Dark Aeon. Do not make Zar blush, dear friend. Legendary certainly fits. Illustrious, even. But mythic, that's a little much, yes? This one is who you say. The luminous lion of elsewhere. The Joan-like Jonder. And the imprisoner of dragons. Kunsari. Apologies. It was much more grand when Zar's tales were widely told. As for why Zar has awakened, well, How could this one sleep with all the noise the dragons make? Calgrantid and his brood always were too rambunctious, yes? Oh no, dear friend. Zar's tales have all been told. As this one explained to Jadari long ago, it is time to sing the song of a new hero. Zar can lend you a bit of his experience, however. This one can tell you about a secret path to Dragonhold. You do not expect Zar to draw you a map, do you? Where is the fun in that? No, the tale must be relished, the adventure experienced. That is the way of momentous events. Take my claw and present it to the scion of Enequina. Just mind the skull. The brave and beautiful Khajiiti Queen. Enequina's blood courses through her sleek and fragrant form. Give her Zar's claw. She will know what to do with it when she sees it. A rib, a femur, but a claw is least cumbersome. Do not look so surprised. The remains of a Khajiiti legend hold great power. Power the scion of Enequina can use to walk the Jonelight path. Clever. You made Zar say more than he meant to. Well done. Take Zar's claw to the Enequina of this age. She can use it to get your Krajun to Dragonhold. Now, accept this final gift. A quick path back to your Krajun. That is where this story truly begins.
All this way for the remains of a legend. Into the bay. Really?
I hope that contentious old mage is... Tell me, my friend, what did you find behind the hidden door? Do we have a way to reach Dragonhold? Truly, Five Claw? Bright moons. What did you find inside? A weapon? A tomb? Something even more magnificent. His claw? And this will help us reach Dragonhold and put an end to Calgrantid? Well, if Kunzari's spirit insisted. It is a claw. That is definite. I will study it, search Enequina's memories. It must have a purpose, even if the meaning initially eludes me. Did Kunzari say anything else, Five Claw? The Jonelight path? I have never heard of such a thing, but it does sound promising. Not yet, but I will study the claw and search my memories. Let the attunement guide me. The answer will come. I just need some time. Go, find Sai Sahan and make sure the Dragonguard is ready to proceed.
If this Calgrantid actually exists, how can either the shield or the
General Renmus and the shields will protect me, as Queen Chimera solved our transportation issue. The Dragonguard is eager to at long last take the battle to Calgrantid. Despite our past differences, the General did come through when we needed him. I extended an invitation and he decided to accept. Of course, he mostly came to find out what we could tell him about the floating island. General Renmus wishes us success in our mission, but he won't leave Central undefended. It falls to the Dragonguard to assault Calgrantid's stronghold. The General's forces will remain in reserve, protecting the city and ready to act if we fail.
Five Claw, I think I know what to do with Kunzari's claw. Five Claw, I think I understand. I can draw upon the power of the claw to open a portal to the Jonelight path. I think I can do this, yes. That is the part I have not fully worked out yet. But in Anequina's memories, I saw a place between places, full of moonlight and stars. We must walk the Jonelight path, just as Anequina, Kunzari, and the Krajun did in the ancient past. No, Five Claw. Without Tarn to guide me, I do not want to risk all of our eggs in this particular basket. The Dragonguard will remain in reserve. Let them defend Senshal. Then, if we fail, it will be up to them to stop Calgrontid. You are Five Claw. You and Sai Sahan. We are Krajun, a company of heroes. Together, we will walk the Jonelight path and see where fate takes us. Trust me, my friend. This is what the three of us must do. Dragonguard, defend Senshal until you hear from us. Five Claw, Sai, with me. Enter the portal.
Welcome, dear friends, to the Jonelight Path, where heroes such as we can climb the liminal forces that bind each here to
You are the Kunzari.
Oh, please. Blood, my beloved. To his friends. Mind the gaps between the stars, dear friends. Zarma.
This place, it goes on forever. So many islands, but no way to reach them.
The end is near, dear friends. You can almost smell Calbronti's stench. But the liminal of here touches the liminal of there. Yes, Zar breaks his own rules. It is his nature, yes? Through this portal awaits the end of a tale that started long ago. Moons guide you, dear.
Portals. You enter first and emerge last. Even time refuses to work correctly around such magic. Come.
What began in Anequina ends in the sky over Palatine. I sense power, a vast supply, building like a storm at the island's heart. Calgrontid is close to achieving his terrible goal. Luckily, Nafalar had the foresight to meet us here. I have a guess. Nafalar tells us that there are focal points, Aeon Stones placed at key locations around the island. If we can disrupt the flow of energy through these focal points, it means he would have a magical solution. In his absence, I see only one clear path. We must destroy the Aeon Stones that make up the focal points. I doubt Calgrontid has left them undefended. Be prepared for a fight, Five Claw.
Mask Bearer, don the Mask of Alkash and fill it with the energy of the creatures of Dark Aeon. It will protect you and the others from my fire.
I was gonna put on the Mask of Alkosh, but I already have it on.
There! That shard of Aeon Stone. Destroy it!
Full points.
To stop my ascension!
Appears our efforts have displeased Calgronti. Good.
Then let us press the advantage while we have it. There! Another focal point!
Of the new moon? Never!
Hit him on her.
Whoever dares interfere with my ascension!
That was the last of the focal points. Now, to deal with Calgrontit.
As you say, Queen Chimera.
By the moon, I sense something up ahead.
Late again. How typical.
Stop us.
I had a feeling that you were behind the disruption of the other focal points. Figured I'd help by taking out this last one. Ever the voice of support and tact. Considering the circumstances, I could be worse. Unfortunately, I believe we solved one problem and created another. To safely absorb all that energy, Calgronti needed the focal points. As close as he is to his ascension, safety will be the furthest thing from his mind. If he proceeds with his ascension and makes even the slightest mistake. If Calgronti tries to ascend without the focal points, he could unleash all that pent-up energy. The resulting blast would destroy elsewhere. Perhaps all of Tamriel. You worry more than a Norse nursemaid. To the center of the island. It's time to end this.
Are you up to this, old man?
Don't concern yourself about me. Just remember, Calgronti is perched atop a gigantic shard of Aeon Stone that pulses with enough power to destroy the continent. Concentrate on the task at hand.
That door. Calgronti is through there.
I'll cast spheres of protection upon the grapple points when Calgronti prepares to shout.
Oh, you're going to regret this.
Before I complete my ascension. Tiresome mortal! Submit to my reign, and you may yet serve me!
The dragon! Hunt him down or wait for his return. Wait for him to return. Or force him to land.
Challenge, please be a challenge. That's it. Hey, it's your funeral. Let's teach them a lesson.
Damnable trees! You dare attack me!
We actually did it. We killed Calgronti.
Gael, shaking apart. What's happening?
The energy in the Aeon Stone. We need to contain it before it explodes. Even in death, that damned dragon haunts me. If that Aeon Stone shatters, Tamriel is doomed. No, my friend. This task requires a dragon and a battle mage. Take Chimera and Sai Sahan. Find a way out of here. Nafalar and I will contain the explosion. And we have accomplished amazing things. But this isn't something you can help me with. Save the others. I need to reach that crystal before it explodes. I prepared for a moment such as this. I insist that you trust me. This one last time. If this is goodbye, my friend, it has been a privilege.
I will do what I can, Mage.
Get them out of here, Krieger. I know you can do it.
Thorn will do what he always does. Save Abner.
I must aid the wizard, or the explosion will destroy everything.
Won't take your time. Suppose I have to try. Strength! There! Hurry, my friends! Into the portal! Finally awake, I see. Come, stand with me, Five Claw. Tarn was a better teacher than I gave him credit for. When I needed to do it, I was able to open a portal. The island, it exploded, but the blast spread no farther. Tarn did it. Elsewhere is safe. I know, Five Claw. I know. I did not like the man, but I came to respect him. In the end, he was part of my family. We will honor his memory and his sacrifice. I will see to it personally. Sai went back to the Dragonguard Sanctum to check on the others. As for Nafalar, I do not know. He was on Dragonhold helping Tarn. We can only hope. The Dragonguard, they did so much. And you, always my champion. My words, they are not enough, yes? You have done so much for my homeland. For me. Go to the Dragonguard Sanctum. Meet with the others. I wish to stay here a while longer. I will find you when I return.
Look who's back.
Ah, the Dragonguard's finest. Let us talk. Good to see you up and walking about. You were dead to the world after we escaped Dragonhold. We did it, my friend. And Tamriel owes you a great debt. You and Abner Tharn both. Damn that old wizard for playing the hero. He contained a blast that should have turned elsewhere into ash and cinders. But did he have to get himself killed to do it? Whatever it is, we'll be ready for it. For now, though, I owe you a debt as well. Without your help, the Dragonguard would never have been reborn. We succeeded beyond my expectations.
It's Abner Tharn's
Take
armor.
this, and know that there will always be a place for you here. We did it, my friend. We reformed the Dragonguard and put an end to Calgrantid. Not bad if I do say so myself. I do have one last favor to ask. It concerns Nafalar. He returned shortly after we did, but he's been acting strangely. He won't talk to me. Won't tell me what happened up there after Abner... He trusts you. Can you check on him for me? Upstairs in his chamber. He seems troubled about everything that happened. Talk to him. Find out what occurred on Dragonhold after we left. Talk to Nafalar. See if he can shed any light on what happened up there at the end. then check in with the rest of the Dragonguard. If you have the time, they all want a moment with the hero of Dragonhold.
When we saw the island begin to break apart, it was all I could do to stop Zaji and Casca from leaping into the pounce and sailing off to fish you out of the sea. Can you imagine trying to navigate while parts of the island were raining down? The thought... You know, I've been thinking, maybe I'm not actually cut out for the Dragonguard. I feel so young compared to Sai, so inexperienced. I'm not sure I could have handled being up on that floating island. I did? I mean, I did, didn't I? And I took command of our forces down here while you and Sai were up there. You always know what to say, don't you? Thank you, my friend. I'll keep that in mind, even as I strive to gain more experience. You know, I really do like being a part of all this. Aelia of the Dragonguard, I'm going to make you and Sai proud. No, that was just a slight moment of doubt. But you've set me straight, and I take my calling very seriously. I go wherever the Dragonguard needs me. I will make time to return to Senchal and visit with my father, though. I owe him that much.
Next time there's a dragon, Zaji does not want to be left behind.
I don't recall you jumping forward to challenge Lat Fulan.
Now, Aelia. The captain always maintains a tactical distance.
Tactical distance. Right. Zaji is nothing if not prudent.
This Dragonguard, it's good, but it needs work. Luckily, Sai Sahan has me to knock some sense into this sorry bunch. The work, the mission. We may have taken out the Dragon Clan mothers, so to speak, but there are still a lot of lesser dragons to deal with. For that, the Dragonguard needs to learn how to fight. And fighting, that's my specialty. For as long as they'll have me and Captain Zaji both. Truth be told, the bearded one handles himself well in battle. I think I could learn a thing or two from him along the way. So, it works out for everyone for me to drop anchor here.
This one is sorry he missed all the action on Dragonhold. Zaji expects to be part of the next assault on a floating island, yes? The smuggling, the piracy, the drinking? This one has dropped them like a hot sweet cake. Well, except for the drinking. Zaji always wanted to be a hero. The Dragonguard. It gives Zaji a chance to do something important with his life. Something good. But we should be celebrating, not examining decisions that brought us to this point. At least not while we're sober. Zaji still thinks a celebration is in order. Perhaps this one will mention it to the Lady Queen from Enequina. She must have enough gold to throw a proper party. There are still dragons to deal with. And the Dragonguard will need more ships. A whole fleet of them. Then Captain Zaji will require a grander rank. What do you think? Admiral Zaji? Yes?
Mask Bearer. I look around my home and see so much activity. The Bearded One's minions, they scurry like ants in the moon sugar. It vexes me. The Battle Mage wanted to contain the energy of the Aeon Stones, to keep the release from destroying anything beyond the crumbling island. I helped him achieve that goal before I returned here. I do not know. The Battle Mage was weak, exhausted, but he refused to give up. He wanted to save you, save this land. I lent him enough of my power to accomplish that task. It was the least I could do, after he helped stop Calgrantide. All I can tell you is what Calgrantide believed. He believed that with enough power, he could become a new moon in the sky, a new god to challenge Akatosh. Regardless of the truth, he had to be stopped. Now, for me, the time has come to move on. Wherever my wings will take me, Mask-Bearer, I must bide my time and wait for the next event that requires my intervention. It was good to see that we could work together, mortal. I will remember that. And now, farewell. We may meet again, Mask-Bearer. The world is not so very large, and do not worry about the mask. Like me, it will bide its time until it is again needed. Tell the Dragonguard they have my respect.
I heard the wings. Nephilar has left us? Probably for the best, all things considered. Were you able to get him to tell you what happened on Dragonhold before the island totally broke apart? Tharn's a tough old goat. If there was a way to survive, he'd find it. I don't think there was. Oh, I almost forgot. We received a summons from Queen Chimera. She wants to see us. All of us. In Senchal. She was being rather cryptic, but I think she wants to throw a celebration. Honor the Dragonguard and all that. Beforehand, however, she wants to talk to you. You could find her in Senchal Palace. Queen Chimera impressed me, my friend. It isn't every ruler who readily puts themselves in harm's way for the sake of their people. Tamriel could use a dozen more like her. She certainly did. We'll follow along shortly. In order to make a good impression, the Dragonguard needs to be ready. I'll instruct Zaji and Casca on proper etiquette and protocol. Hopefully some of what I tell them will stick.
How can we protect you, my queen, if you continue to leave us behind?
I am no fragile kitten, Zamarak. My duty will always take precedence. Ah, Five Claw, you arrive in the nick of time. While I deal with my royal protectors, I have an important task for you. I need you to represent me before the Imperial General Renmus. He knows of my goal to restore the Elsewhere Confederacy and rejoin Anequina and Palatine. Given their service, I want to offer the Shields of Senchal a place in this restored kingdom. Very much so. There is no one else I trust to handle such a delicate negotiation. General Renmus has an idea this is coming. I want you to officially present the offer and determine what he thinks.
How can I get any work done with these constant interruptions? Ah, it's you. I understand we have you to thank for stopping the dragon and getting rid of the floating island? Thank you. But what brings you to my office at this particular point in time? So, Anequina seeks to come to the rescue of Palatine? We've been doing quite well on our own, I'll have you know. Oh, who am I kidding? The shields have been getting by on luck and tenacity. And then the dragons came. My soldiers and I, we swore an oath to the Empire. If we forsake that oath and take up with Rimmond's queen, what does that say about our commitment and loyalty? I seem to be caught between my pride and my honor. What do you think, Dragonguard? You make an excellent point. The Empire no longer exists, but Senshal continues to need us. It would be dishonorable to turn away from our duty. Very well. For Senshal and its people, I will agree to Queen Chimera's terms.
Father, excuse the interruption, but the ceremony is about to begin.
Perfect timing. And Aelia, I've accepted Queen Chimera's offer. We shall help her re-establish the Elsewhere Confederacy.
That's excellent news, Father.
Senshal needs the shields, and the shields need the support of a monarch. Now, come along. We need to get all of you to that ceremony.
As you say, Father.
Comes the Slayer of Calgrantid.
Yeah, all 7 of them. Woo.
I told you to go easy on the plum brandy.
Five Claw, come here, please. My dearest friend, you must take your place alongside the rest of the Dragonguard. The ceremony cannot begin until all of those I wish to honor are accounted for. Pomp and circumstance are a necessary component of every ceremony. The masses demand it. Besides, I want to honor the Dragonguard's accomplishments, yours included. Take this reward and smile, Five Claw. We are about to begin.
Nothing can stop you.
Let us recognize the efforts of the Dragonguard. They saved Elsewhere from the rage of dragons. First, let us bow our heads and remember Abnar Tarn, who gave his life to save. Second, it brings me great joy to mark the return of Sai-Sahan and the Dragonguard. May you always watch over us all.
The honor is ours, Queen Chimera.
And finally, join me in honoring my friend and champion who ended the threat of Calgrantid once and for all.
Buddy.
3 cheers for Five Claw! 3 cheers for the Dragonguard!
3 beers? No, Zagia said enough. Thank you.
Dragons take me.
Alright, I guess that's it for that Dragonguard Quest. I think Bankara is next on my list. Get in a couple dailies real quick. Only one here, though.
Move now!
Honey!
So you did.
So many. It may not be. If this one were you. Keep an ear out for anything exciting.
Oh, here comes the Slayer of Kelgrandi.
Yeah! Oh, 7 of them!
I told you to go easy on the plum brandy.
Five Claw, come here, please.
Legero Oko Ta.
Walker, we can teach the steps will be your guiding star. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, keep close and we'll go far. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, our vagabond bazaar.
time can...
Ooh, the... Got plenty.
Deals and bargains. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Sad to say.
Hey there, good looking. Well, if it isn't my old friend. Been a while, eh? Stros Mackay, remember? Never mind. No, I jumped out. Say, I know this is a little sudden, but are you looking to make a bit of gold? Meet me at the Sugar Bowl here in Rimmon. Got some business that might interest you. Talk soon.
Shaka, get back here, you sneaky clown!
My friend!
Hey there, good looking. I hope Akon and Eljan didn't give you too much trouble. They're both wanted by the city guard, so I doubt we'll be seeing them in a reputable establishment like this. Now, ready to make more gold than you've ever seen? Job's simple. I need you to search Rimmon's sewers for a barrel hidden near an altar to Clavicus Vile. Under the lid, you'll find a note that lays out Tuheba's current whereabouts. She's the crime boss here and elsewhere. Kind of a big deal. You talk to her. Typically, I'd lay on the charm personally, but Tuheba and I aren't on great terms at the moment. I need you to smooth things over. She has my friend, see? Fezcar. She'll probably give him up if the price is right. Nothing so romantic. Think of it as a down payment on some valuable information. See, Tuheba hired Fez and I to steal a gem called the Jewel of Bondar for her. Fez stashed it away, but didn't tell me where. We get Fez, we get the gem. Simple. Jumped. I jumped out. But sure, bit of a tale there. Akon and Eljan, those two charmers you met in the alley, work for Tuheba. They thought I might know where Fez hid the jewels, so they tied me up and worked me over for a while. Right. I tried to tell them they were wasting their time, but you know how thugs are. Anyway, the gangly one, Eljan, is moon-touched. Nice way of saying he's a half-mad sugar fiend. I had some moon sugar in my pocket, as you do, and he found it. He went berserk. Little rascal started climbing the walls. And I mean literally climbing, like a cat up a tree. While Akon was busy prying Eljan off the ceiling, I slipped my buns and went out the window. Easy as sneaking past a moth priest.
I do not like the look of you.
Moving within the worlds between, following all the gemstone birds.
One.
His whispered words, moving within the worlds between, yearning to hear his whispered words, moving.
Let's get out of here.
Short bones.
It does not. Over there. The Queen wants them alive. But there's more nearby. Would be nice to get a drink or two. My friend!
Ooh, so close. Better luck next time, friend. Hey, you're back. I was just wrapping up my business with these fine Khajiit. Did you find the note? Where's Tuheba? Huh. Makes sense. We hit the Uraxian treasure caravan just outside Riverhold. She'd want to be as far away from there as possible. Good. Darkpool Mine is in southwestern Elsewhere. Tuheba favors the wilderness, so you may have to search a bit. What can I say? What I lack in charm, I make up for in luck. This gold should more than pay for Fez's release. I'm trusting you to deliver it. You could keep it, sure, but this is pocket change compared to what we'll make on the jewel. Once I settle my accounts with these folks, I'll make my way to the mine. Don't worry about finding me. I'll find you. As for Tuheba, show respect, but stand your ground. She appreciates a little swagger. Just don't overthink it and you'll be fine. All right, cats and kittens. Like my Uncle Edmund always says, best walk while you're ahead. You have yourselves a great night, huh?
Aye, not so soon, Pinkskin. You have yet to play the Ibiza.
Look, it's been a real pleasure playing with you, but I got a friend waiting on me. How about we pick things up tomorrow?
Chief, that's the one from Rimmon. The one that deals with...
Is what Akan says true? Do you find common cause with the Breton Jakarn? Is what Akan says true? Do you find common cause with the Breton Jakarn? I should warn you. People who travel with Jakarn rarely meet pleasant ends. Ha! A ransom, is it? And why would anyone pay gold for that foolish backstabber? Ah, let me guess. Jakarn believes Fezkar will lead you to the Jewel of Bandar if you free him. Because they are friends, yes? Adorable. Ha ha ha! You are direct. Good. I will be direct also. Give me this ransom of yours. If it is a fragrant sum, I will tell you where to find Fezkar. Beyond that, I offer nothing. Now, Shall we do business, or shall I tell Akan and Eljon to remove you? Fezcar would not give up the gem, so we sold them to a slave trader. The slaver died, but his ledger should contain the name of Fezcar's new owner. Look for it in Darkpool Mine. What is that look? You paid for information, I provided it. Go now. I would be careful in Darkpool Mine, sweet meat. Soft-headed cultists took it over shortly after we sold your friend. That is how the slave trader died. The cultists tug on Maroon's tail, in hopes he will scratch their bellies. Pathetic. Mind your tone. Akkad loves cutting out self-righteous tongues. You are an outsider, so I will assume you speak from ignorance. Bandar rewards the clever and frowns on the clumsy. Fezcar, despite his charms, was clumsy. There you are, spoken like a true child of Bandar. Fezcar and I made a bargain in good faith. Fezcar reneged on that bargain in the dull-witted fashion that is his trademark. His clumsiness and dishonesty made him a slave, not me. From what Akan tells me, Jakarn did not know Fezcar betrayed us. Good news for Jakarn, yes? Return my gem, and I will consider showing your clever friend some leniency. I make no promises, though. No, we could not. This troubles me, because I take great pride in my creativity. People always speak, eventually. But something sealed his lips tight as a drum. Something more than simple force of will. A small-time cut purse withstands hours of aggressive interrogation, then suffers enslavement to protect his prize? A simple gem? No, this does not add up. That jewel has buried its claws in your friend. I do not know how or why, but it has. You return. Lightly singed, but no worse for the wear, huh? Why do you come back to me? You have what you seek, yes? So it is encoded. What do you want me to do about it? Can you believe the tongue on this one, Bihargo? Oh, you have not been introduced yet. Bihargo is my Sanch brother. He eats people for me. Ha! So serious. I respect your bullheaded insistence, even if it smacks of disrespect. Give it here! It seems Fesgar is as poor a miner as he is a thief. They sold him to another batch of slavers based in the Tangle, an overgrown cavern that Ruddy Fang bandits use as a base. So there, our business is concluded, yes? Off with you.
Well, that looked promising. Any conversation with a crime boss you can walk away from, right? So, where's Fez? Did she cut him loose? And she took the gold anyway? For one measly piece of information? Pfft, classic Tuheba. So the Tangle, huh? I know the place. Those Ruddy Fang bandits are idiots. So getting Fez out of there shouldn't be a problem. Of course, we have to find him first. For strapping heroes like us? Of course not. If these outlaws are half as lazy as Bosek's henchmen in Stros Makai, and they are, they probably keep their slaves close to the entrance. Easier to move them in and out, and easier for us to spring. Can't I want to free him and want the jewel? Look, Fez and I have double-crossed each other more times than we can count, but only over gold. When it comes to life and death, we help each other. Actually, a double-cross is how Fez and I first met. Both. Great thieves think alike, right? We met years ago, in Sentinel. I was taking an inventory of a local merchant ship's valuables when I stumbled across a cat doing the same. That was Fez. After a debate, we agreed to split the loot. He slipped past me and flagged down a guard on the way out. Would have landed me in jail if that guard hadn't been the same one I bribed to get on the ship. The guard arrested Fez instead, and we split his loot. Still, I had to respect the effort. Why? Plenty of reasons. Take your pick. First, the heaps of gold people will pay us to acquire it. Second, it's a Khajiit cultural treasure, and it's always nice to return a cultural treasure, right? Makes you feel all warm and heroic inside. There you are. Any questions before we leap into this slippery hedge maze?
stay back! Don't touch me! What's the matter? The giant spike trap under Feskar's feet. It could impale Fez at any moment. Not by choice! The ruddy fang trappers forced Fez onto this plate. They play this game with new slaves to break their spirits and teach them to listen. If Feskar steps off this plate, he becomes a Fez kebab. Fez does not want to be a Fez kebab. You and Jakarn come to free Feskar? Bright moons, yes, free me. To disarm the plate, you pull the chain over there, but you need a key to unlock it. Look for a chest deeper in the tangle. I know they keep the key inside it. Please, hurry!
I'll keep watch here in case any guards wander by. You see if you can find the key he's talking about. Deal?
Cut them down! I'm here.
See, Fez? There's our
There you are. Did you find the key? Feskar's fur falls out from all this stress. Bandar be praised! Slide the key into the lock beneath the chain. Turn it to the right until you hear a click. Slowly. And do not take the key out before you pull the chain. Otherwise, Feskar is skewered like a tasty pig. Tell you? So you can leave me here to die? Your new friend Feskar was not born yesterday, Walker. I will tell you, only that the jewel is hidden safe in a lockbox on a high cliff. You will not find it without my help. Now, free Feskar. Please!
Steady hands, friend. I'll just be right over here.
Free at last! Thank you both. Now, all this key finding and trap disarming is hard work, yes? You've earned a rest, I think.
Two-faced little... Really should have seen that coming, Jakarn. Sneaky little bastard. Where did he even hide that gas bomb? Ooh, you know what? Let's not think about that. Friend. Right. I hate to admit it, but good old Fez is sliding rapidly toward dopey rival. Sometimes colleague at best. Ugh, anyway, Fez grew up in the Stitches, cliffside settlement above the Scar. He might have hidden the gem there. Exactly. It fits. Still, the Stitches is a big place, and he's got a head start. Fortunately for us, Akon and these bandits did a number on his legs. He hobbled out of here like an 80-year-old stork. If we move fast, we might catch him. We should split up. Famous last words, right? Whoever finds that sneaky Khajiit first holds him down until the other arrives. Then we all find the gem together, yeah? Mara's mercy. I'm starting to talk like a cat. I've been in elsewhere too long. See you there, good looking.
To be continued.